Hello everyone, and welcome to my solo RPG journal. Today we are playing Ironsworn. We're following along with Avella's journey as she goes sailing a lot. Now, it's been a while since I've played this, probably 2 or 3 months at this point, so my memory is a little bit spotty. I've just watched through a little bit of some of the old videos to see where we're up to, and hopefully we won't be too rusty. Avella's journey started in a small haven on an island. She got in a fight with some creature. She didn't know what it was and got badly wounded. Another man showed up looking for the merchant that had been murdered by the creature and looking for someone or something that was causing problems for his organization of merchants. He hired, well, Avella agreed to help him find the people that were causing them problems, and they sailed back to Thornmark, the harbor that the merchant bases himself out of. Upon getting there, they discovered that the merchants were in the middle of a bit of an emergency. The harbor was incredibly busy with all kinds of mercenaries coming in to help look for a missing ship. Upon getting there, they find out exactly what's going on, and she leaves again with Alban, who was the man that brought her back to Thornmark, and sailed east or southeast, looking around the island and some of the inlets for this missing ship. Now, they suspected that the missing ship had been waylaid by pirates and possibly taken over. And while searching, we made some bad rolls and something dangerous is happening. And I think that we determined that the place we left our last session was that we had found the ship, the pirates on it, and they were aware of us. So we have essentially sailed around an island to see the ship sailing out from behind a large rock or out of an inlet or something. And they've seen us immediately, and they're actually quite close, but they're not currently on a course to intercept us. So the first thing that we need to do is work out what to do. We need to take some kind of action in order to get ourselves out of any kind of danger here, because we think that they're pirates. And from the bad rolls that I've made, I think that we had decided that they were pirates. So we need to get ourselves away from the pirates and out of danger, and somehow notify the rest of the search party, because we're searching over a rather large, well, I was going to say a lot of land, but we're at sea, sailing around islands in an archipelago. Archipelago? Would it be islands off a mainland? I don't know if that is actually classified as an archipelago or if an archipelago is a set of islands out by themselves. Yeah, interesting. So, what could we do? We don't really have flares. Flares would be a good way. Lighting fires would be a good thing to do, but we'd have to land somewhere in order to do that, and we're about to be chased by pirates, or at least that's the suspicion. There's only the two of us on a small ship that is meant for sailing around between these islands, while they have was it a galley? No, the headquarters of the merchants was a galley, but this ship was possibly some larger sailing ship. So Miller's ship, Miller was the merchant whose ship had gone missing, was a large transport vessel, last seen at Stone Hall, and the quest is dangerous. We are finding this on a miss, so I'm not going to mark any progress here if I haven't already done so, because we're at a bit of a disadvantage. And yeah, we found the ship, but at this point we can't do very much with that information because they'll board us and kill us. So the first thing to do is try to get away from the ship. So looking at our adventure moves, face danger and secure an advantage are probably the two to look at. We're not really gathering information. We're not really healing, supplying, making we're making camp or undertaking a journey. We're not reaching a destination either. So securing an advantage, what we're going to do is we're going to try to read the currents, looking at the trajectory of the ship, looking at how quickly it's going to be able to come about and follow us, and see if we can find a current that will take us faster away from the ship, or some kind of passage away from the ship that will give us a speed advantage. We should actually have a speed advantage anyway because we're a smaller ship. Assuming that they haven't unloaded their goods because they will have larger sails. I think that's how that works. I'm just assuming that larger sails means more force forward, and that you're countering that with the weight of the vessel. But they are both sailing ships essentially. So we're going to roll deception, stealth, or trickery. Roll shadow. Expertise, insight, or observation. It's going to be wits, which I think was okay for me. We don't have a modifier. Okay, we have a strong hit. That is a really good start. So we're going to then face danger to essentially. So we're not going to be able to turn around and get away from the ship. We're going to essentially have to pass it. So having found this, let's take the 2 momentum. Oh no, I have to choose one. So we're taking 1 momentum. No, we're adding no momentum, and we're making another move now, and we're adding +1 to it. That's what we're doing. So we're going to face danger immediately afterwards. We're having to essentially get past this ship so that it's behind us, and we're going to have to do that so that it is essentially having to turn around and risk losing us while getting into this thing so that we can get into this slipstream, into this current, whatever it is that's going to get us past the ship and away from it. So speed, agility, or precision. So it could be edge. Excuse me. It's not charm, loyalty, or courage. It's not an aggressive action, forceful defense, strength, or endurance. Might be edge again. Might be edge. Speed, agility, or precision. Yeah, because we're having to be precise to get into this thing. Could we roll deception? I think that, I mean, shadow is my best skill. Wits is fine. Edge is not good. Heart is okay. I'm just thinking, could I be coming at the ship, or we're trying to deceive the ship, where we're going in a direction to make them pick a path that they'd have to pull around to, and then turn at the last second in order to get into this stream, get into this current, get onto this path that will take us past them and have to cause them to make a slow turn. Yeah, I think it's wits again. I think it's just wits again. But we're getting +1. A weak hit. Okay. So we're not taking any momentum. On a weak hit, you succeed, but face a troublesome cost. Choose one. You are delayed, lose advantage, or face a new danger. I think I know what it is. You are tired or hurt. You are dispirited or afraid. I could take either one of those. I could sacrifice. I can't sacrifice resources. I have no supply. That would be very, very bad. No, I think that we lose advantage. So we're going to lose 1 momentum. What happens is as we come out, who takes a ship at sea? Pirates. How do they do that? They have their own boat, which is behind the ship that we've just seen, and we're now sailing directly towards it as it comes out into view, out from behind the other ship, and sees us as well. So this is exciting. Where we've got 1 ship behind us, having to make a slow turn around as we get in behind it to speed away, but it's being followed by the smaller ship that they use to take the larger ship, and it's now coming straight at us. It is a pirate ship, so it is ready to basically ram us. It will be built at the front to actually have a ram to be ready to go in and do that, ready to collide head on. And so I think that what we're going to have to do is dodge around that. Yeah, I think that we're dodging around that. So we're facing danger again. Speed, agility, precision, aggressive action, forceful defense, strength, or endurance. Let me just check. Assets. Yeah, I don't have anything that I can use there. So I think I'm just looking at my assets. I've got Scry, good for gathering information. Shadow Walk, not quite applicable here. I was thinking that this might have been my best bet if it would do something extra. And Improviser, which helps me out when I'm going to need to roll supply, or specifically when I check my gear. Actually, when you check your gear, you may roll plus wits instead of plus supply. If you do, envision how you make do with a clever solution and take +1 momentum on a hit. What is check your gear? Oh, that might be a delve move. It's a delve move, which I don't know much about. When you check to see if you have a specific helpful item and you have at least 1 supply, roll plus supply. It says I can roll plus wits instead of plus supply, but I also have 0 supply, so I don't think I can actually make the move. I'm just facing danger. Dodging around the ship that is ready to ram us. Speed, agility, or precision. I think that, again, we're going to roll plus wits, because what we're doing, there's 2 of us on the vessel, and Avella is not a sailor. This is Alban is the one driving the boat. I think that I'm essentially trying to tell which way to go, how to dodge around, and what we're going to try and do is using again the currents and the waves, uh, take an angle where they're not going to be able to ram us and get past them. I think that's pretty clear. On a strong hit, I'm actually going to get away. On a weak hit, we're going to collide, but we're not going to get rammed. So, don't have an advantage this time. Strong hit. I give some directions to Alban. He changes the direction of the rudder. We go over a wave. come back down and just miss the other ship as it has to list a little bit. It, the wave pushes the two of us apart essentially, and we shoot past, and it now has to turn around as well. So we take +1 momentum, getting us back to +3. Hey, that's a pretty good outcome there. And so we now have these two ships. One's an equal. The pirate vessel is probably a small boat like ours, like Alban's, of an equal size, and the large ship is 2 to 3 times the size. It's a proper sailing ship, so it is probably having to take a wider berth in order to turn around. So we're going to have to worry more about the smaller pirate vessel. Hang on just a second. Awesome. So straight out of the gate, where we've got them behind us, they're turning around, and we are trying to run. So I think that the thing to do, I'm going to roll charm, loyalty. I'm going to roll heart, face danger, charm, loyalty, or courage. And I want to know if Alban knows the waters and the islands well enough to have to know how to get out of this situation, whether there are some rocks that we can get around, whether there's a path through here on fairly shallow waters that will block off the sea ship and separate the two ships, whether there is anything that he knows about the terrain. Uh, Maybe this is gather information, actually. Yeah, we're asking questions. Roll plus wits. If you act within a community or question a person with whom you share a bond, add +1. We had a bond, right? We had a bond. I knew there was a Miller. Alban, where'd you go? Yes. Wits. +1. Strong hit. Excellent. So, on a strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn and take 2 momentum. Okay, so I think it's pretty clear that he knows that if we cut along past one of the islands, there are a lot of sandbars, and the ship will have to split the two ships up, because if they want to follow, only the smaller one would be able to follow, at which point we have less people to worry about if we have a confrontation. So that's really good. As the other thing that we're doing, I don't think we're gonna get a chance to scry. I think we're just going to face danger, getting over these sandbars without running aground ourselves. And we're going to do this again with wits, with gathering information. Yeah. So we're facing danger and rolling wits. And we're trying to get away from the get enough distance between us and the other ship. Oh no! We miss. Uh it's low tide. The sandbars are great at high tide. Because a ship maybe it's a skiff. Is a skiff the right word? The ship that we're on, the boat that we're on, would be great at high tide over this area, but we run aground. And I think that, yeah, this is a dramatic and costly turn of events. So pay the price. Where is pay the price? Up the top. Choose one. Make the most negative outcome happen. Yeah, I don't think that we need to worry about different negative outcomes, or I think that we have run aground. Actually, we don't have any supply. So we're either completely run aground. Okay, we've got two. We've completely run aground, but where are we? Are we in the center of the sandbars? Or are we at the edge? The difference here is yeah, okay. I think that we're with one as likely, ask the Oracle. So the one that's likely is that we're in the center. So we're halfway, we're a bit away from the ship, but the smaller vessel, the smaller boat, is going to catch up to us very quickly. Likely, yes. Okay, so we're in the middle of these sandbars, and we're going to have to. The ship can't get to us. How? So that means that there are going to be less reinforcements to worry about, but we are going to essentially get stuck by these, caught by these pirates. So we ready iron as they come up after us, and I think that they are going to ram us. Would they ram us at this point? So sitting ducks at this point. No, I think that they're just going to attack us with bows. I don't think we're entering combat yet. I think that they're going to come up next to us and peppering us with bows. So we're facing danger as in order to avoid the shots of the arrows raining down on us. So I think that the way we're doing this, Avella is jumping out of the boat and using it as cover. We're stuck on a sandbar. It's only a small ship. She can stand there. So we're going to roll wits. Deception, stealth, or trickery. We're going to roll shadow because we're going to see if we can actually get out of the boat without them seeing. No modifier. Complication. Oh. Okay, so not only do they see So they see me straight up. They see me, and I think I actually take an arrow. So when we're looking at pay the price, the most likely negative outcome is that not only have I gotten out of the ship, they've seen me, they've targeted me, they've separated me from Alban. Everything's going wrong. I'm going to take an arrow as well. So we will suffer. How do I take damage? Face danger. Pay the price. Harm. Take endure harm. Suffer moves. Here we go. When you face physical damage, suffer minus health equal to your foe's rank or as appropriate for the situation. If your health is 0, suffer momentum equal to... Okay, so we need a foe. So I'm going to take 1 because we don't have any of that set up right now. And then we're going to roll health or iron. So what's higher? Health, heart, health or iron. Roll health. Opportunity. I don't know that getting an opportunity on my health is going to be huge. Shake it off. If your health is greater than 0, suffer -1 momentum in exchange for +1 health. Or embrace the pain. Take 1 momentum. I think the opportunity is that there's now blood in the water, which won't be good if there are any sharks, but I've taken an arrow. I can feign death, for instance. So I'm going to endure the pain, and we're going to take 1 momentum. Isn't that always the best option? Anyway, we're taking 1 momentum there, and we've gotten shot. We're hidden behind the boat, and ready to sort of float there as if we're dead. But there is the potential for me to fake death with an arrow stuck in me and blood in the water. In fact, I might even remove my cloak so that it, I can make it look like I'm somewhere that I'm not. Brilliant. Now, the next thing is that the boat is going to come up on the other side, and they're going to start boarding. And I am going to try and secure an advantage. We're going to try and secure an advantage with deception, stealth, or trickery as we find a position that we can surprise the pirates from. So a rolling shadow. We've got no modifier. Strong hit. Make another move now, not a progress move, and add +1. Prepare to act. Take +2 momentum. I might actually take the momentum because that, from my experience with this game, that is going to be key as we get into this fight. So Avella moves around behind this ship. Maybe she's secured her cloak to a corner, snagging it there so that if anyone looks over, not only do they see blood in the water, but they think that there's a body there just underneath the ship. Or maybe someone hiding, but they think that she is still there. as she then moves around to the other side of the ship. And instead of coming up on her boat, on Alban's boat, she's going to climb up onto the pirate boat. And what we've got now is we have to work out. And what we do, I found it. We are engaging a pack. So now the quest is dangerous, but we're only facing a small fraction of the pirates, and there's many of them. So they themselves would all be troublesome foes. We got one or two, three troublesome foes there. Three or four pirates at the most. So we're going to treat them as a dangerous foe. So I'm going to create a pirates. They are dangerous. So we've got a track for them. And we are going to enter the fray. Let's see, where is that? The combat move, enter the fray. Yeah, this is the information I was looking for. Then roll to determine who is in control. If you are facing off against your foe, roll plus heart. Moving into position against an unaware foe or striking without warning, roll shadow. Oh yes, I'm doing that. Now, let me just check my assets again. Shadow Walk. When you cloak yourself with the Gossamer Veil of the Shadow Realms, roll plus shadow. On a strong hit, take +1 momentum. Then re-roll any die, one time only, when you make a move by ambushing, hiding, or sneaking. On a weak hit as above, but the shadows try to lead you astray, you must face danger and to find your way. I am going to shadow walk. I'm not climbing onto their boat. I am shadow walking onto their boat. I'll do this. Be good if I was able to actually roll off these, but I can't. Can I just roll off my... No. Summary, roll shadow? Oh, you can just roll shadow. Weak hit. On a weak hit as above, but the shadows try to lead you astray. So I still take the +1 momentum, I think. The way that reads to me is as above, which is this. But I need to face danger first. So, it doesn't matter. My maximum momentum is +8 anyway. So that's okay. So we need to face danger. And then we enter the fray. Do I need to face danger? We're doing deception, stealth, or trickery. As it is. So we're trying to move through this, through the shadows. Oh, do I have to roll wits? Maybe I have to roll wits. Expertise, insight, observation. We're trying to get ourselves to the most opportune place. Weak hit. Okay, that's fine. On a weak hit, you succeed but face a troublesome cost. I'm on the boat. You are delayed, lose advantage, or suffer a new danger. You are dispirited or afraid. I think is an easy one. Moving through the Shadow Realm to get there, we are coming out, moving through the Shadow Realm. Everything is dark and everything is wrong as we move from the shadows of the boat onto the shadows on their ship, from their sail. Behind these men, we are a little bit confused coming out, not sure where everything is, not sure where we are. Everything is a little bit wrong and strange, and this isn't something I should be able to do. This is not something I like doing. This is bad. But I have essentially, so we endure the stress of that situation as we come out in the shadows on their boat, either under some cover, behind it, where everyone is as they're facing off against Alban as they're trying to jump from the pirate ship to Alban's boat, or looking for Avella as she's fallen into the water. And so she enters the fray. We are entering the fray with striking without warning, rolling shadow, and we did get a hit. Then roll any die one time only when you make a move by ambushing, hiding, or sneaking. So we can re-roll any one die on that on this next roll. So we're entering the fray, jumping out, and just trying to stab someone in the throat. Okay, we have a weak hit, but we get to re-roll one of these challenge dice. And I'm not sure how to do this past just doing this one. 6. Ooh. 6 is less than my action score of 7, which gives us a strong hit. So we take plus 2 momentum and the initiative. We have plus 2 momentum from... I should have taken the minus momentum instead of the minus spirit before, I guess. Yeah, I can't get any more momentum. But I have the initiative, which is important because now I want to strike. That's it, right? There wasn't anything... Yeah, so I've basically got the jump on them. The enter the fray doesn't give you the first strike. It puts you in a position to make it. So you have the initiative and attack in close quarters. Roll iron. When you have initiative and attack at range, roll edge. Rolling in close combat. Oh, strong hit. Not what I was expecting, because that is my worst roll. My worst ability there is iron. Strong hit, inflicts +1 harm. Oh, brilliant. So this is a dangerous, excuse me. This is a dangerous foe. Jump onto progress. And we are going to mark 2 harm. Where are we? Move, yeah, inflict +1 harm. So instead of just inflicting harm, inflicting +1 harm. So we'll say that there are 4 guys. 2 of them are on this boat. 2 of them have already clambered across to Alban's boat and are facing Alban. He's holding them off. I have just surprised one of them, cutting his throat, and he's falling to the ground as I jump at the guy, the next guy who is currently trying to get out of this boat and into the other. Edge. We are rolling iron. Ooh. Okay, so I miss. We've got challenge dice 3 and 6. I can burn my momentum for a strong hit. I don't want to do that yet. Now, the reason I don't want to do that is because of the mechanics of how these things work. Burning my momentum will put it down to +1 or 0, I think. I can't remember. Reset is 0. Yeah, so that will put my momentum to 0. I really need to do a little bit more damage before I try to end this fight. And you can only end this fight after having a strong hit on a decisive action. And knowing that I'm going to end up with these kinds of misses all the time, I'd rather take the miss now. So strike. On a miss, your attack fails and you must pay the price. Your foe has initiative. So the foe hears his buddy falling to the ground and looks and actually is able to react in time. Not only I think he is able to strike me. So what did I say? Dangerous foe inflicts 2 harm is going to be the thing when I endure harm. Pay the price is just going to tell me to do the most obvious thing, which is endure harm. When you face physical damage, suffer minus health. So I'm now on 2 health. And now I have to roll my health. Roll health. Weak hit. Okay. On a weak hit, you press on, which is good. Because I think that the next roll we need to make is a clash. So when your foe has the initiative and you fight with them in close quarters, roll iron. Yep. On a strong hit, you inflict harm and choose one. You have the initiative. Okay, so we're going to clash with iron. Complication. Oh, no. I can burn momentum for a strong hit. I should have burnt my momentum on the other one, maybe. Inflict harm, which would bring the tracker to 6. But it doesn't give me the... No, I think I need to inflict 1 more harm before I can do this. And I get a complication. Okay, so... I think... Let's look at pay the price. All right, so the first thing is I'm going to endure harm. This is just what is happening. So I'm taking 2 damage. My health is now at 0, which is the other reason I need momentum. And so I have to roll iron. The obvious thing is going to be that I can lose my weapon. I believe I had a large iron knife, large iron dagger. I will have that written down in my summary. Oh, I have an iron dagger and a trident. I've been fighting with a bloody trident, which is good because I've got the dagger still. Okay. Where did boy face? Okay, endure harm on a miss. Also suffer -1 momentum. If you are at 0 health, you must check. You must mark wounded or maimed if currently unmarked, or roll on the oracle. I'm gonna okay. Summary. I am now wounded. So he sticks me. I think he sticks me pretty well, and I think that I think he's able to get in and basically push my trident away, sticking me with his sword. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and stab him, just stab him without with my knife. Do I try and grab the? No, I think secure an advantage. Secure an advantage with iron. I don't like the. I could grab the sword, in place while harming me. I don't like my. I'm just gonna clash and try and fight him off with iron. Now wielding my dagger at him. Weak hit. You inflict your harm. Okay. So I think that on the other hand, I'm not really paying attention to what about Alban is doing, but I think that he's probably fighting off these two other pirates quite well, because we're starting to get towards the end of being able to finish this fight. I'm saying that because I am not doing well. Okay, I am going to turn the tide. Once per fight, when you risk it all, you may steal initiative from your foe to make a move, not a progress move. Oh, this is what I should have done before. Yeah. Yeah, I do wonder about what I want to do is I want to jump ship and then try and get around, sneak around behind him to get a good position to get the initiative. So what I think I'm going to do, yeah, we'll do that. We'll just face danger. And what we're doing is we're hiding. So we're going to face danger with rolling shadow with deception, stealth, or trickery to. Oh, I don't want to jump ship. There's heaps of stuff on a boat. There's ropes and all kinds of things. I'm going to try and get um something between us so that I can pull him. Basically, you know how sails have those bits that swing around? You constantly hear about people having sailing accidents where they've been hit by the mast, or a bit coming off the mast. I don't know anything about boats, so I don't know what things are called, but there's a big swinging pole that will hit you if you're not careful. And so I think that someone gets hit, or what I want to do is I want to create a situation where my opponent gets hit, in allowing me to steal the initiative. Not hit like take damage, but just enough that I'm able to get the initiative back. So we're rolling deception, stealth, or trickery, as we're trying to move around and maneuver our positions on the boat. Strong hit. You are successful. Ah, my maximum momentum is 7 now because I am wounded. Of course. All right, no worries. We've got the initiative, which is what we need. So I'm going to strike him with iron. All I need to do is get a strong hit so that I can not only do I do 4 damage, which will fill up the progress bar, but I will be able to end the fight. When you make a move to take decisive action, killing the guy, so that there's I've gotten halfway through the thing, and you score a strong hit, you may resolve the outcome of this fight. Okay, so strike with iron. Fuck. All right, I got a weak hit. You inflict your harm, but lose initiative. So I stab him, and he comes around, and now I'm just facing him off again. And I'm going to essentially try the same maneuver, except this time I am actually going to try and hit him with the mast. Knocking him off his feet. And this is going to be... Oh, is this face danger? Or is this secure an advantage? I think this is face danger because the danger is that he is able to get around everything and just attack me. Burn momentum for a weak hit. Shit. No. Oh. Yeah, I'm... Oh, no, because if I do that, I then get a... Fuck. All I need is a strong hit. All right, we're gonna take the danger. Take the pay the price. And paying the price, I mean, he's just in my face again, I think, and I'm not going to be able to do that again. I'm going to have to clash or do something completely different. I think that he's basically made it so that I'm cornered on this boat now. And so I've got to clash with iron. Yeah, I've got to clash with iron or I've got to jump ship. Oh, Jesus Christ, stop rolling. Ah. All right, weak hit on clash. So I inflict my harm, but then I pay the price. So I think that... So when I get to... I am getting out of this fight. Eventually, as soon as I get a bloody strong hit on a decisive action, I think that he gets into my range. I step in and I stab him again, and he pushes me to the ground. So he is basically on top of me. On top of me. He does have a knife in his guts. But that's it. And I think that I'm going to I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna turn the tide. He's on top of me with my knife in my guts. With he's on top of me. I've got my knife in his guts. So I am just twisting and turning and trying to do as much damage as I can. Even though he's on top of me and he's very much able to just get in there and stab me. So we're going to strike with +1. So let's just read this. Turn the tide. Once per fight, when you risk it all, you may steal initiative from your foe to make a move, not a progress move. When you do, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. So we're going to strike. We are going to roll. We have to roll iron, but we are getting a +1 modifier. Come on. Yes. I'm going to burn my momentum for a strong hit, putting me back on 0. But because I did the thing, because I turned the tide, I get +1. I get a strong hit. I inflict +1 harm and retain the initiative. My progress meter is filled. So, coming back to moves, we are going to end the fight. When you make a move to take decisive action and score a strong hit, you may resolve the outcome of this fight. When you do, if you do, roll the challenge dice and compare your progress. Momentum is ignored on this roll. On a strong hit, this foe is no longer in the fight. They are killed. Out of action, flee, surrender as appropriate to the situation. On a weak hit, as above, but you must choose one. Roll. How do I roll this? Filled progress, 10. Strong hit. So this guy, I've got my knife in his guts, and I do as much damage as I can, and he just passes out on top of me. It takes me a second to push him off and stand up, being wounded as I am. But when I do, I look across to the other boat, which is slowly drifting next to well, it's it's grounded. It's run aground. It's completely stationary. But the distance is slowly ebbing and changing as the other boat has not run aground. And I look across and see that Alban is also okay. Actually, no. Let's ask the Oracle. We'll just say 50-50, whether or not he is also okay or wounded. Okay, so I said, is he is also okay or wounded? The answer was no, because I said okay first. He is wounded. He is not okay, but he has defeated his portion of the enemy there. So, having dealt with this very, very dangerous set, we've got we're sitting on this sandbar. We've got the other ship, 100, 200 meters away, a decent distance, um, menacing us, but not able to come any closer as we have killed and basically gotten hold of an extra ship. I think that is probably a really good point to end the session. So that's what we'll do. And next session, we'll actually work out what has happened, going for what we do to get out of this situation. However, what I will do is I will make a progress move. Progress moves. How do I quest moves? Reach a milestone. Yeah, I'm just gonna mark some progress on my quest. As we have found the ship and we have dealt with some of the bandits. We're still in a precarious situation, being alone against a bunch of other pirates on the ship that we're looking for, and we're not actually able to take it ourselves. We're both wounded, but we have found the ship, so we have made some progress. And with that, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.